Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions. Boost! What's love got to do with it? What's love after lockup got to do with it? Boost! Okay, listen, Linda. So, this channel, I think, is going to keep me very, very busy. I could probably film like 10 videos over here today, but I have 3 videos that I actually want to post over here today. This video is my recap of my very first time ever watching Love After Lockup. The new season is out. It just started last week, and so I watched the 90-minute episode last night. And we're going to talk about that in just a second, but I also want to talk about the Bethenny Frankel scandal that is going on right now. Bethenny Frankel of Real Housewives of New York. And then I also want to do my recap of Big Brother. If I don't do that today, I'm thinking that I'm going to watch the Wednesday Big Brother recap and then do my video on Thursday before the live eviction. Anyway, there's so much going on in that house right now, I cannot even keep up with it. And this is my thing that I don't know what to do, because like if I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna talk about Big Brother while I'm also like, you know, watching the streams and reading all the Twitter threads and things like that, it's not like, I don't know how I can come out and do a video acting like I don't know those things. So if I come out and I do a Big Brother video, it's gonna have to be full of spoilers, right? So anyway, listen, Linda. I was talking to my good Judy Tanya Jean last night. I said, Tanya, listen. Tanya, who made a cameo on my Drew Sidor video the other day. My Drew Sidor video. That was my first big T video over here, where I sat across from her and her basketball player friend at brunch the other day. I thought that video was going to get so much traction. I thought people were going to be like, oh my God, Peter Bond ran into Drew Sidora and her basketball friend. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be all over the Twitter. I'm going to get so famous from this and things like that. Didn't happen. But anyway, it didn't happen. The Queens of Bravo, they didn't pick it up. They didn't care about me. Oh. I love those Queens of Bravo so much. But anyway, I was talking to my good Judy Tanya Jean last night, you know. And I said, somebody commented on my video yesterday and they said, what happened to your grammar? Well, and when I'm talking about reality TV, I get so passionate about it that my grammar just goes right out the door, okay? Now, I'm from Indiana. There's no southern accents in Indiana except for like way southern Indiana. I don't live in southern Indiana. I live in central Indianapolis. I live in Indianapolis, right? And there's no southern accents here. So when I start talking about all this reality TV, I'm pulling southern accents out. Okay, the grammar goes out the window because I am so heated about this shit, okay? Y'all that have watched my drama channel for years are like, oh my God, you have hate boners for all these people. You have no idea what you have gotten yourselves involved in, okay? Because you are going to see a whole new... You think that is heated? Wait till I start talking about this reality TV bullshit, okay? Because this is the real deal, right? Like, this is what how I am with my friends talking about reality TV because we all love it and we all watch it, right? So I'm talking to my good Judy Tanya Jean last night on the phone. Let me have a little bit of coffee. Hold on a second. So, do you love my gold-plated 24 karat gold Starbucks cup? As if. I'm so bougie, aren't I? I'm so bougie. Anyway, so I'm sitting there talking to my good Judy Tanya Jean last night, right? And she said, and it was late, it was like 11:30 or 12, and she said, who was calling me? And I was like, what are you doing? Or she was like, what are you doing? People be calling me while I'm trying to work and make videos and things. So this is what I'm talking about. I said this to Tanya Jean last night. I said, Tanya Jean, I said, you're interrupting me. And she goes, what do you mean? I go, I am working right now. She goes, you're making a video right now? Well, I did make a video late last night on my other channel. But I said, yeah, I'm watching the second half of Big Brother. And she started laughing. She goes, girl, you have taken this new channel too seriously. And I'm like, no, I'm like living for this new channel. I'm almost at 5. Should we go look and see the subscriber count? Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. Okay, hold on a second. Let's go look at where I'm at on the subscriber count right now. I am so blown away by this. You guys have been so kind to me. I am currently at, oh my Lord, 4,928 subscribers. Oh my God, you guys are so nice to me. Thank you so much. But anyway, I was like, listen, Tanya Jean, I go, these people, they're making me work hard for the money, okay? I ain't making no money on this channel yet, just so you know that. This channel's not monetized yet, okay? You gotta do a few things before you can get a channel monetized. But anyway, I'm like, these people have me, like, you know, working hard for the money, you know? Bringing home the bacon and all this kind of stuff. And she started laughing. She goes, what are you doing? And I go, well, I'm going to watch Big Brother, the rest of this Big Brother. I'm doing that right now, but you're interrupting my work. See, you're interrupting my work day. And then when I get done with that, well, I'd started watching Below Deck, a new episode of Season 5, because I'm trying to finish Season 5, watch Season 6, watch Season 7, so that Season 8, when it comes out here in about 2 weeks, I'll be caught up, so I can do reporting on Below Deck Mediterranean. And then I said, and then I got to watch his Love After Lockup, and she started laughing. Now, what's so funny about this is that this is a TV show that Tanya Jean would absolutely love, okay? And I go, do you not watch Love After Lockup? She goes, no, I watch Life After Lockup, but I've never watched Love After Lockup. I go, well, I'm going to watch it tonight. It's a 90-minute episode and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay. So that was my little conversation about my work day with my friend Tanya Jean, you know? That's my work day, watching reality shows, and I'm fucking living for it, okay? This is so much fun. So anyway, hold on a second. People keep on calling me and texting me. Leave me alone. People are like, just silence your phone while you film videos. I have to reference things online. I cannot silence my phone, okay? Putting it on airplane mode and stuff like that. I wish I was on an airplane right now. I wish I was on my way to going to BravoCon or something like that. That's like in a couple weeks, and I think it's in November, the end of October, or something like that. But anyway, now I got a bone to pick with y'all, okay? Because I said to you that I wanted y'all to request shows that you wanted me to cover over here, okay? Y'all wanted me to cover The Bachelor in Paradise. That comes out like on the 25th, I think. I'm going to be watching her, okay? I'm going to be watching The Bachelor. I know, like, I say her for everybody, okay? Listen, I call everybody hers. I know it's a he, Bachelor in Paradise, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to be watching The Bachelor in Paradise and all that kind of stuff. And you guys have been asking me about this show, 90 Day Fiancé. I'm going to start watching that and all this kind of stuff. My plan was, when I got done with a Below Deck Mediterranean, was to start watching The Real Housewives of Potomac, because I've never watched it. I got to get caught up before it comes out, right? So anyway, and I got to get caught up in Miami too, because those are getting ready to come back out here in a few months. So anyway, a lot of you recommended that you wanted me to watch and cover Love After Lockup. Okay, now listen, y'all, alright? Like, I am all about your suggestions and things, but you can get fucked with this TV show, okay? Like, seriously? Like, y'all wanted me to start having to watch this damn TV show. So I did. Last night I sat out here. I made the rest of my pumpkin spice cookies and things like that. Basically making me the baker of the world, you know? Those Pillsbury ones that come in, you know, yeah, I made me some of those cookies, and I had a Diet Coke, and then I made me some tea and things like that. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to settle down and watch this Love After Lockup. I am so pissed at y'all. Okay, I was like 10 minutes into this show, and I literally was like this. I was hooked. I was hooked after 10 minutes of watching this fucking show. I was so into this show. I was like, I am living for this show, okay? So, first of all, I just want to say this. And I know some people want to understand the comparison, but for those of you that don't know, I've been sober for 28 years and 9 months. Okay, my sobriety date is December 17th of 1994. So if I should make it to this December 17th, because we don't borrow time in recovery, if I should make it to this December 17th, okay, I will have 29 years of sobriety. So I'm watching this show, and like every person that they're talking about, right, or even their partners that they're in love with, I'm like watching it that are not incarcerated. I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of so-and-so. Oh, that reminds me of so-and-so, right? Like, everybody in this show reminds me of somebody that I know in recovery. I listen, okay? But for the grace of God, I never went to prison. I did my fair share of jail time, okay? But for the grace of God, I never went to prison. But listen, I got a lot of friends of mine that did their time in prison, okay? And have turned their lives around and are, you know, amazing people today, and, you know, just made poor choices and screwed up, and today, you know, they're on the right track. Thank God, right? I know a few people that it didn't work out so well for them, right? And, yeah, so they're eating off of the state these days. But I still worry about them, I do, you know? So I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, this person reminds me, like, this Brittany girl that is, like, right out of the gate, they start talking about her. I'm like, oh, well, I think there's two Brittany's in them. Both of them remind me of people that I know in recovery, right? And I'm like, this is so crazy to me, you know? So anyway, I start watching this show, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm crying. Okay, I'm crying, I'm laughing, I'm like looking at it like it's crazy. Like, this show is unbelievable, okay? So I thought we'd just go in and talk about the cast. Now, for those of you that have never watched Love After Lockup, this is a brand new season that just came out last week. It just started, okay? And it's like an entirely new cast. I think there's going to be like a couple or two that they haven't introduced yet that are from past seasons. I think that's from what I'm reading. But I haven't seen that yet. They haven't come out yet on the show. So let's go in here. Hold on a second. Let's see if I got any more subscribers. No, I didn't. I didn't get no more subscribers. Maybe by the end of the video I'll get one more, and I'll be so excited. Okay, so let's go in here and let's look at the new cast. Here it is. Okay, Love After Lockup Season 8 cast. So the first one that they put on here is this Melissa and Louie. Okay, now Melissa and, like, listen, I don't do no editing and all that kind of stuff in videos, so here they are. There's Melissa and there's Louie. I mean, sometimes I do include, like, screenshots and stuff like that. Now, I do have an exclusive picture of Drew Sidora and her basketball player friend being good friends at the brunch place. I do have that exclusive picture, but I haven't put it out there yet. People are like, you could shop that picture around. I'm like, no, I ain't dirty like that. I ain't shopping that picture around. If I'm going to do that, I'd put it right up in my, straight up in my own video, so everybody had to refer to my video. Okay, so here's Melissa and Louie, okay? And it says, Melissa and Louie were first introduced in love during lockup and met in high school, and she's pined over him for 20 years. His overbearing mother, Donna, wants Louie to move into his old bedroom in Atlanta, which she believes is her wife. I think Melissa's from New Jersey. Okay, Melissa is determined to move her sweetheart to New Jersey. And it goes on about this stuff. Okay, it doesn't say what he was locked up for. It doesn't really matter, I guess. I think it was like armed robbery or something like that. I think he did like 10 years in prison. So anyway, so this woman, I think she's 39 years old, and I think he's like 41 or something like that. Because they always say their ages, and they say on the one side what the person was incarcerated for. I think this Melissa is a mail carrier, if I remember. Mail carrier bartender. That's what she is. That's what she do for a living. Okay, so anyway, she's real nice. She's real sweet and stuff like that, right? She got two sisters. They look exactly like her, and a dad that takes his teeth out at the table. Because they're making fun of the fact that her boyfriend, Louie, that's in prison, he ain't got no teeth, okay? And her dad is, like, worried about the fact that he's going to go back to doing drugs. And she's like, well, the one thing I'm not worried about is that he's going to go back to doing drugs. And her sister goes, well, what are you worried about? Girls? And she goes, well, that is kind of in the back of my mind. Well, watching this episode, I'd be worried about the mom. The mom is straight up, like, I mean, he's 41 years old, and she wants him to move into his bedroom and, I don't know, play Legos on the floor or something like that. It's weirdly, okay? So anyway, I'm watching this, and they start making fun of her boyfriend not having no but 5 teeth, right? And her dad takes out his teeth because he's got dentures, and he's like, this is what it's going to be like kissing you. And she's laughing and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, no, girl, If my family made fun of something about my man, it would be on, okay? First of all, I'll be picking up my bag and all kinds of things and being right on out of there, okay? But you're sitting there laughing at him with it about the teeth and all this kind of stuff. And her one sister says, I don't even know how he could get a woman, because she says she's afraid that he's going to, like, go with other girls. She's like, I don't even know how he could get a girl because he ain't got no teeth. And she goes, well, it got me. And they just both look at her and say something like, we're still wondering how that happened, right? So nobody likes this relationship. Nobody likes this guy together and stuff like that. She's completely snubbed because they were in love in high school. And really what it was this. Was she was the unpopular girl and he was the popular guy, bad boy is what she defines him at. And so then he hits her up on the Facebook. Like, this is so my generation. Like, I'm going to just tell you, this is so my generation. I have so many friends of mine that, like, I went to high school with or knew around that time that they get divorced, and then all of a sudden somebody that they knew when they were, like, 9, it was like their 4th grade boyfriend hits them up on the Facebook and says, like, oh, you look good, we should go on a date. Your 4th grade boyfriend, girl. Seriously? Get fucked about that. That's so weirdly. Like, your 4th grade boyfriend has been in prison for 15 years and has had 3 divorces and has 19 kids, and all of a sudden you think this is a good idea? They do it anyway. They do it anyway. And you know what? 2 years later, they're getting divorced, and he done scammed her. And then, you know, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. Well, girl, it happened to 6 other women before you. Why wouldn't you believe it? Oh, because he was your 4th grade boyfriend? Craziness. So anyway, but I like her, so we'll see. Now, I think they're going to pick him up at the end of the episode, so he's not out yet, I don't believe. Okay. But his mom's got his bedroom made up for him and everything real nice. Then there's Chelsea and Mikey. They haven't even been on the episode yet. So she found him on it says right here, on an inmate pen pal Facebook group. That is so nice, isn't it? Okay. So then there is Brittany and Kirok. Okay, this is probably my favorite couple in the entire thing. Here they are. This is Brittany and Kirok. So, Brittany was incarcerated and got out. I think she was incarcerated, she said, for 2 years. It says on here, Brittany was released 9 months ago and has lived with Kirok's family since her own family does not support her choices. Kirok's mother and brothers have not seen him since he has transitioned. Will they be welcoming and supportive of Kirok's choice? Kirok is a transgender male. So anyway, this storyline, first of all, this girl Brittany is real sweet. And so she met Kirok when they were both incarcerated. They fell in love. And I I hope that this whole situation doesn't get real messy on the show, because Kirok has such a really important message to send out there. Like, and he talks a lot about, like, the trans community and being trans and things like that. I mean, even just in one episode, he talks a lot about it. And his mom, when he goes to see her, his mom has never seen him since he's transitioned, right? And she just, like, envelops him in love immediately. My phone started going off like crazy, so I had to stop it. So anyway, there's this very touching moment, right, where Kirok and his mom sit down and talk, and she is a breast cancer survivor, and it's some kind of genetic cancer that runs in their family. And so they're having this very touching moment, and he says, I'm really sorry that I wasn't here for you. And his mom says to him, like, I needed you here, and she's like crying, and he says, I'll never leave you again. I won't get into trouble, and whatever. And then he says something to her about, like, do you see me as a man or do you see me as a trans man? I can't remember exactly how he says it. And his mom says to him, you're my son. And she even says to the producers and things like that Kirok was born this way and that she loves Brittany. And she says the only thing that she doesn't like about Brittany is that she's real whiny and that she's like, baby, baby. It's real cute. But the previews for, like, the next couple episodes, it shows that they start kind of, like, getting into stuff because apparently Brittany says that he's real controlling and things like that. So I don't know. But coming up, I guess, is this little chihuahua that she has that's real cute. So they're a real sweet couple. I hope that works out for them. Okay. Oh, my Lord. So then there's Ranika and Asante. Okay, and here they are right here. Now, this couple... This couple is what I came to love after Lockup for, okay? Now, I can tell you right now, I don't think they're going to make it, okay? I don't even know that they're going to make it past the second episode. This is so fucking messy. It is so messy, okay? And I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, I know so many Ranikas and Asantes. Like, I know so many of them, right? So anyway, she is so excited for him to get out and things like that. And she goes and picks him up. And she's like moved towns with her daughter for him and things like that. So she's like talking to his aunt or something like that. And then she goes, you're his aunt, right? Like, this is before he gets out. And she goes, no, I'm his girlfriend. And I'm like, what? Like, okay. And so she go pick him up anyway, because I'd have left him at the side of the road, okay? I'd have been like, you got a girlfriend? No, your girlfriend can pick you the fuck up, okay? I'm done with you. So... they go back and all this kind of stuff. Well, then it comes up because the girlfriend aunt calls and he's got to go pick up this phone, right? And he's got to go by himself to pick up this phone. I mean, there's so many red flags. And Ranika's not stupid. She's like, she gets it, right? She's like, anything that you do, I don't really care, okay? You can murder somebody in front of my face, but as long as you don't cheat on me, it's fine, right? And she's got 3 personalities. I don't remember what their names are, but there's Ranika, who's like the cool, calm one. It's like the mother and things like that. And then there's another one. She's like the singer in a club. And she's like a diva and things like that. I think maybe her name's like Divalicious or something like that. But then there's Nutty, and Nutty's the one that's kicking out everybody out of the bar, okay? And she's got to go, and she's got to go, and she's got to go, and kick them all out, things like that. And she says you don't want to meet Nutty, okay? Well, I think we done seen 3 of those personalities, all 3 of them on the show last night, okay? I think I did, at least. So anyway, they're in the car, and they start going off about, she's like, as long as you don't cheat on me, and she's like, it's like you, I swear to God, I know couples like this, right? I mean, this is all in the span of about 2 minutes, right? And she's like, as long as you don't cheat on me and blah, 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 blah. And it's like you want an open marriage or you want an open relationship. And he turns to her and he takes it and completely gaslights her. And he goes, are you wanting to leave me? And she's like, I'm not leaving you. And he goes, because if you are, you can leave me on the side of the road right now. You can put me out right here, right? And she's like, I'm not putting you out right here. She is so afraid to lose this man, even though he has a girlfriend and he is probably a serial cheater that we're going to find out, right? And she's like, I'm not going to put you out, but all I'm saying is that you better not cheat on me and all this kind of stuff. And she is going off and she is pissed, right? Okay? And then he looks at her and he goes, you gonna ride this D tonight? And she goes, I'm gonna ride that D tonight. I'm like, this is fucked up. Like, these are couples that I know, okay? I know so many couples like this. I am like, I'm living for them, okay? Now, they ain't gonna make it past the second episode, but I kind of hope they do. I kind of hope they do because this is gonna be fantastic television, okay? So... And Ranika, I am a super fan of yours, okay? I love this Ranika. She's fantastic. Okay, then there's Andy and Brittany, and here they are right here. Now, Andy, he was a cop or, I don't know, like worked in a prison or something like that. And Brittany, he fell in love with, like, on a pen pal thing or something like this. Andy and Brittany's love story began, I guess I guess they're previous ones. Andy, an ex-cop, fell in love with Brittany, who was serving 1 year in prison, and Andy made the decision to move 5 hours away from his... They all move, like, hours away to be with them people, right? Okay. Because they have to be in the county, right? So, because they're on parole and things like that. Which was interesting to me that Brittany, the first Brittany with Kerouac, said that she couldn't go in the prison grounds because she was still on probation. But she just got out not too long ago. I'm like, girl, you're on parole, not probation. Okay, there's a difference. Trust me, I worked in a treatment facility. There's a huge difference between probation and parole. And then she said if she violated... She did like 2 years, but she said if she violated her, and like I know a lot of shit about this, okay, from just working in the field and having friends of mine that, you know, have gone through all this. And so she says that, like, if she gets caught, first of all, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that this wasn't a bigger deal on the show, right? But she's like, I don't know if I'm allowed to pick up an inmate. No, girl, you're not. On probation or parole, you're not allowed to interact with other probationers or parolees. Like, that's a given fact if you've been incarcerated, right? Okay, so she's picking him up because she don't care, right? But she says, I can't go on the prison property because they'll arrest me. And then she says she's got 20 years hanging over your head. So you're a changed person, but you got 20, and I'm rooting for them, I am, right? But you got 20 years hanging over your head, and you're willing to go and live with this person, and you're willing to go, like, pick him up and things like that. Girl, like, that's how much you care about yourself. Which, I mean, bottom line is, like, that's it, right? Like, I think a lot of these people in these relationships kind of have low self-worth. But I'll tell you, it makes for good TV. So anyway, she's a real cute girl, too. So anyway, so there's that Andy and Brittany. I don't really know what to think. He and her daughter and his son stood on the side of the road for 14 hours waiting for her to come and be brought to them and things like that. And she kind of acted a little standoffish to him at first, I thought. She kind of acted like, I mean, he had these flowers and balloons and everything for her. And you know, she was like hugging on her daughter and things like that, and rightfully so. Her daughter's 18 years old, but like, and she seems real sweet. She does. Like, she actually reminds me a lot of people that I you know, am in meetings with and things like that. But I just was like, and she says in there, she's so sincere. She's like, you know, why wouldn't I be with him? Like, he's a solid guy. I need somebody solid in my life. But I just don't think this is going to make it. I just don't. I mean, he is completely infatuated with her, and I think she's ready to like, start working through her life. Okay, then there is Anthony and Sheree, okay? Now, I don't really know what to think about this couple. They done dated when they were 14 years old, and then he cheated on her. He cheated on her when he was 14 years old. Friends of mine like this that were, you know, carrying purses and wearing high heel shoes and full faces of makeup when they were 12 years old. I get it, right? They show this picture of when she was 14 years old. I'm like, girl, you were 14 going on 35 in this picture straight up, right? But he was cheating on her on things at 35. So then she was supposed to get married to him, but then she found out that he was already married because the divorce hadn't gone through. So she made this fake marriage certificate. She's starting to cry and stuff at the end of her part. It's really kind of sad because she's like, now that I faked this, it's making it worse because people are going to come out, and my family's going to come out, and they're going to say, why didn't you just fake it? Why weren't you honest? And I'm sitting there thinking, why didn't you? But I get it, right? Like, I get it. Like, she just was, like, so wanting to be married to this man and want everybody to know that she was married to a man. And then she says, well, it doesn't matter because I'm still his wife. And I get that, right? Like, I get that. But I kind of feel sorry for her a little bit. I don't know. Like, you don't... Next week's episode is when he gets out of prison, so you don't really see any of that. This part, it's just her getting ready and her packing, you know, lingerie and things like that. And she got, what, $51 bills so that he can make it rain all over her. And she's like, yes, Daddy, make it rain and all this kind of stuff. I'm like... I mean, I've been in jail, right? Like, the first thing you want is food, sex, and sleep. That's it. In a real bed, right? Maybe all three in a real bed. So I get it, okay? I get it. But these women, they, like, get these hotel rooms, and they decorate these hotel rooms, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, that Brittany with Kerouac, she had bought him, like, Louis Vuitton loafers and Nikes and all this kind of stuff. You could see it in the background of the room. She had spent maybe, I don't know, like $5,000 on stuff that she had bought for him. And I was like, man, I wish I got, like, a welcome home party with presents and stuff when I got out of jail. I didn't. I got, you owe us back this for bail, and you got court on Monday, is what I got. So anyway, okay, so Sheree and Anthony, we don't know much about them, but we'll see what happens. Okay, then there's Joy, Nomi, and Red. They're not on the show yet, but I think they might have been on there before. Okay, I don't know nothing about them, and that's it. I feel like there was another couple on there, but maybe that's it. So anyway, needless to say, I am obsessed I'm obsessed with The Love After Lockup. Thank y'all for recommending it to me. Trust me, I will be coming back here, if not only alone, to talk about Ranika. I am a Ranika super fan, okay? I am a Ranika super fan. And I think she hires a private investigator or something to follow him around because they're sitting in some car together, right? He looks like a private. It reminds me of that show, Cheaters. Do you remember that show back in the day? I lived for that show so much. I did. And she's like, is he up there right now? And he's like, yeah, he's up there right now. And she goes in, she starts knocking on this hotel room door. He's going to be up there with his aunt, you know? Or is it really his aunt? What are they doing? Playing canasta? Anyway, I can't wait to continue to watch this show. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Thanks for recommending it to me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.